Hey everyone, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today we are back for our weekly Walking Dead Fear the Walking Dead review. This is for Fear the Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 14. Now, this is basically the second last episode of this season. We do have two episodes, but really they're combined into the same, 2-hour timeline. So, next week we're going to be getting a double season finale, which is going to be really, really cool. But this episode was really, really good. You guys know I didn't really enjoy episode 13 that much. I thought that episode 13 was kind of on the slow side when it comes to the story, but this episode was really, really good in my opinion. So in this episode, my favorite, probably the standout scene from this episode that really, probably like my favorite scene from the episode would have to be the sequence where we see, not my favorite, but the biggest scene of this episode would have to be when, they're getting so close to meeting, Daniel and Ophelia, and she just dies at that 1 second before Daniel shows up. It's really sad, But, I have to say, though, this is a really shocking episode. I didn't expect Ophelia to die in this one. I kind of thought they would save it for the finale, but they could kill off somebody else in the finale. Maybe that's why. But I'm really, really excited to find out what we got for the season finale. After this episode, I'm really, really curious. But anyway, so this episode here, right here, this episode I thought was really great. I thought that the story was good. We'll do the usual. My favorite character from this episode would have to probably be Madison. I thought that she was a great character in this episode. I really thought that she actually did kind of have some moments where I actually did kind of like her in this episode a little bit. So Madison was not that bad in this episode. I kind of did enjoy Madison in this episode quite a bit. So then I would have to say, like I already did, my favorite scene would have to be just the part where Ophelia, is getting so close to seeing Daniel again, and it doesn't happen. I thought that was really sad. But anyway, so really, really good stuff. So let's talk about the stuff with Alicia, because this stuff was really cool. The stuff with where she's in this burger place and she's killing these walkers, and then she sees that there's this person coming, and she hides in the little play set, right? And she goes into the little balls, and apparently there's actually 15,000 of them. If you see the making of that scene, which I actually watched, there was 15,000 or 1,500 really. 1,500 of those in there, which is really, really cool. That's a lot. So, anyway, yeah, that was really cool to see the making of that. They posted it on the AMC channel. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I'll link that in the description below. But anyway, really cool stuff. So anyway, this new character here, we don't even know her name. Now, I'm gonna say something that I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna be like, what? That's really what you thought, But when I saw her come in, you didn't really see you didn't really take a good look at her face. But I thought it was the lady from the passage, little sneak peeks that they were showing. Because it looked a lot like her from a distance. But then when you see her up close, I was just like, oh, no, that's not her. Okay. So we still haven't seen the passage characters in Fear the Walking Dead Season 3. So it must be at some point in time in the finale, because they said that they would show up in Season 3. Unless they just drop that all together. But if it's not going to be in the Season 3 finale, what was the point of showing us all that, So it must have some connection. I would doubt it would only be in Season 4 that we would see the passage group, because, it's just, it's weird, I don't understand why. But I thought it was her at first, but, when I saw a good look, when we took a good look at her, I was just like, oh, no, it's not her, okay. But anyway, really cool. I was excited there for a little bit, but anyway, so because I did like that lady in the passage, the one there that kind of looked like this new character. I don't know if you guys remember who she is. I don't remember her name in the passage, but anyway, the tough one there in the passage, previews that they showed, that looked almost just like her. So anyway, really, really cool stuff. Now, also Alicia, she's surviving out there alone. Of course, this lady has been collecting these teeth and fingers, and she says they're valuable. I like the part when she said, "You ever think about selling your hair?" And she's just like, "Yeah, don't even think about it." Anyway, so then you get, okay, so the beginning of the episode, we have Ophelia who just falls right off the truck, and I'm just like, okay, something must be going on. I knew it when she fell off. I'm like, yeah, something must be going on. But I was also thinking, oh man, that would hurt, So we see the bite, and I wasn't surprised just because I had a feeling she would die around this time. But I didn't think it would be this episode. I kind of thought it would have been episode 15 or 16, you know, around the finale. But anyway, kind of a death that I was expecting, but not exactly expecting at the same time, because I thought it would not be in this episode. So it was still slightly shocking, you know. And on Talking Dead, they actually said that the way she actually died was, you know, apparently what happened was she actually did die in the sequence where they're in the little tunnels, you know, and she gets bit and you hear the scream. So that was something as well. I had no idea she was actually bit then. So that was cool to find out as well. But anyway, so then we have a couple other sequences in this episode with Nick and Troy. Now, I love the part where they're in the truck and, you know, Nick's just like, you know, like, no, I stayed at the ranch because of Travis. And he's like, no, you didn't stay at the ranch because of that. You stayed at the ranch because you love me, you know? I love Troy. But the thing is about him, though, is that I don't know if he's going to survive this season. They could kill him off in the finale, which I think could be our finale death. But I hope it's not. I really hope it's not. I hope he survives into season 4 because, like, he's really, really cool and just he's an exciting character overall. So we have Nick getting back into the drugs, which is something. We have him also with the guts and you know, showing Troy and all that. All that stuff was really cool. Not much to say about it, but it was pretty cool, you know, just to see. So then we get, you know, the death of Ophelia right before Daniel shows up. He's like, "Where's Ophelia?" He almost kills Madison, you know, and we have all that stuff going on. And then, you know, he says, like later, he says, you know, you can come to the dam and all that stuff. So we'll have to see what happens in the next episode. Looks like we could be introduced to this new villain character, so we'll have to see what that's all about. Alicia, still out there in the world. Luciana's still out there somewhere. And, you know, there's some characters, you know, that are still out there. So really exciting stuff. But you know, write in the comments, what did you think about this episode of Fear the Walking Dead? Do you still like it? You know, how are you feeling about this episode and all that kind of stuff? So make sure to write all your comments below. And you know, me personally, I'm gonna give this episode probably a 9.2. I thought it was really good actually for Fear the Walking Dead, and definitely better than episode 13. So I will see you guys really soon.